Okay, I'm going to show you the dream catcher twist, how to make that cool web around the inside of your dream catcher. So here I took up a bunch of my string, about 2 fathoms, if you remember what I told you and taught you last video about how long a fathom is. From fingertip to fingertip, really long if you stretch your arms all the way out. So I have about 2 of those for me, just so I know I have enough string to fill in all my pretty loops on the inside of my dream catcher. So remember, you may have a shape that you made out of your sticks, or you may have a circle that you found somewhere, or from a coat hanger, or a bit of wire, anything that you can find or make to bring together. We can make art out of all kinds of different things. So what I'm gonna do is just wrap this string together so I have something to grab onto and stick it through all the little holes. I'm gonna make this my top. I left a little loop, so this is gonna be my top so I can hang it from there. If you don't have one of those, that's a-okay. So what we're gonna do is just start a little knot, and you can attach it however you'd like, wherever you'd like around your circle. If you've got little space in here, that might be more secure, or you can just do a little knot around the side. I'm just gonna do a little knot right there. So you want that to be an end, all right, right at the tip of your string, because this is not going anywhere. That's your starting point. Okay, so that's nice and secure. If I pull on this, it's not coming undone. All right, let's hook that guy in so he's not going anywhere. So on a dream catcher, remember, it looks like a bunch of twists. So here, I'll draw it out for you really quick. If you've got your circle, you want to have one tie off here, that's your knot, and you're gonna do a loop, twist it around, a loop, twist it around, and you go all the way around the outside. Loop, loop, until you get back here, right? So you do one last loop, and then you come under this loop instead. Okay, so you come up under the loop, and you pass through the middle of your circle, and you come back again. And you keep going all the way around until it's smaller and smaller. So here, you back to the start, you just keep going in each of those loops, okay? And that should start looking familiar, like your dream catcher. And I'm not gonna draw it all the way out, but you get the drift, right? And then it'll spiral in until you have your little circle in the middle. So now we just do that with string. So you just kind of pick a spot. Remember, these ones are gonna be big around the outside because they're gonna keep getting smaller and smaller as you move on the way inside. So you're gonna start with your loop, make your loop, come through your circle, around so it's behind your ring, over the top and down through the hole, right? Because we want to make that twist around the outer loop. So come down the hole, up around, and down through your smaller string, okay? And then we're gonna tighten it up a little bit, because when we pull on it, that's when it makes our loop. So I'm gonna leave a little bit of slack, but not too much, right about there, okay? So that's where I want my circle. And the hard part now is to keep that even all the way around. So first step, down through our loop, our big hoop, up around, see it's around the back, down through the hole. And then you pull it kind of tight. You want it about even with your other one. Seems about right about there. And you go around to the next one. Down through the hole, around the outside of your hoop, down through your string hole. And you keep it even. It's already down through, around the back, down your string. Go up there. Okay, down, around, and back through. You see why it helps to have a little ball of your string to pass through, because you've got a lot of it. If you don't ball it up, you're going to be pulling all your string all the way through every one of these loops. Okay, so I'm going to go about there. It's down, around, and through your hole. I'm going to go about there, and that guy. And then, remember when we get back to this start point, you don't go back here to where we tied off first, right? We're gonna come back, and instead of going to our outer ring, now we're gonna go to this smaller ring that we just made. So now we're going to this string right in the middle. So we're down, we're gonna come up through here, up through here, and then back down through this secondary loop that we have. Okay, so then we have this little twist just like we did all the way around the other side. Okay, make sure that guy gets pulled tight a little bit. So we bring in this point to start our dream catcher pattern. Okay, so we go up here, it's kind of hard, up here, down here, sorry that was kind of hard to see, up through your string and string and hoop, and then down through the hole that you're making, and then make sure it's nice and tight. All right, and I'll let you guys work on that while I finish mine up. I'll pick you up in a second. Okay, so when you worked your dream catcher down to as small and as tiny as you want to go, you can do it as large or as big as you want. Some you may want to stop in the second rung and you're going to leave a big hole in the middle. Maybe you want to fill it in with some other things. I went in pretty tight with my strings, but I just finished my last loop. So what I'm going to do now, just to tie it off so this doesn't unravel, is just put a little knot here at the end, just a little back knot, so that it won't pull through with whatever type of string or whatever type of yarn you're using. Just put a little knot right there at the back and you can't even see it. Now, some dream catchers, you like to have a string that kind of comes through that middle hole, which is where the dreams are gonna get caught in, right? And you can dangle this down and dangle something off of it, or you can snip that right behind your knot. So if you just want the webbing in your dream catcher, just cut right on the other side of the knot you just made. If you want to leave this here and kind of be the tail, you can leave a bit of your string loose and tie some feathers or more bits of yarn, or I don't know, do something funky with it. I found some pine cones when I was going on my nature hikes, and so maybe I'll do a feather and a pine cone that comes through mine. But that is how you lash a dream catcher.